Musk gripped his handmade submarine model tighter as he slipped through the double doors of Bayview Elementary, his boots squeaking faintly on the rain-slicked tiles. The air smelled of wet backpacks and cafeteria mac and cheese, a familiar mix that churned his stomach every morning. It was show and tell day in Ms. Harper's fourth grade class, and X had spent 3 weekends straight with his dad, Elon Musk, building this thing. A sleek, foot-long sub with tiny propellers that actually spun, a periscope that popped up with a satisfying click, and a silver hull he'd painted himself with swirls of blue to mimic the deep ocean's glow. He could still hear his dad's voice from breakfast, low and steady over the hum of the Tesla's coffee maker. Head high, X. Your ideas cut deeper than the sea. Don't let anyone dim that. Easy for him to say. Elon Musk was the guy who launched rockets into orbit and dreamed of Mars colonies. Nobody dared call him weird or shove him into a locker. X, though? He was just the kid with the funny name and wild curls, the one who couldn't walk down the hall without hearing Weird X hissed behind his back. He adjusted his grip on the sub, its cool metal pressing into his palms, and darted toward room 12, keeping his head low. The model wasn't just a toy. It was his ticket to proving he wasn't some oddball. Maybe today they'd see. X slid into his seat near the back, tucking the sub under his desk like it was a secret treasure. His desk was scratched with old initials. Someone had carved CP plus Rulls into the corner, probably Chase Parker, the self-proclaimed king of fourth grade. X twisted the silver ring on his finger, a habit when his nerves kicked in, and muttered under his breath, "Spin right, don't sink. You've got this." A shadow loomed behind him. "What's that, Weird X? Another freak gadget?" Chase Parker's voice cut through the chatter, sharp and mocking. X didn't turn around, he knew the drill. Chase was tall for 10, with spiky blonde hair and a wad of gum he chewed like he was trying to break a world record. His crew, Owen with the braces, Riley with the buzz cut, always trailed him, snickering on cue. X hunched lower, whispering soft, "It's a sub for show and tell." "Back off." Chase leaned in, his gum snapping loud in X's ear. "Back off." "Nah, let's see if it floats." He reached over X's shoulder, fingers brushing the sub's edge. X yanked it closer, heart thudding. "Leave it, Chase," X said, louder this time, but his voice cracked, betraying him. Chase smirked, pulling back just as Ms. Harper breezed in, her clipboard clattering on her desk. "Good morning, everyone," she called, her voice bright but firm. "Take your seats, please, show and tell's up first. Let's make it a great one." X's stomach flipped like a fish on a line. He'd begged Ms. Harper yesterday to let him go last, hoping Chase and his goons might ditch for recess or get bored and wander off. No such luck. The classroom buzzed as kids dug out their treasures. Liam pulled a drone from his backpack. Ava cradled a jar with a monarch butterfly flapping inside. Riley showed off a signed baseball he swore was from a pro game. X watched, sinking deeper into his chair. The subs weighed a lifeline under his desk. Ms. Harper ran through the list, her pen tapping the clipboard. "Liam, you're first, go ahead." Liam strutted up, drone buzzing as he bragged about flying it over his neighbor's pool. The class oohed and awed. Ava went next, explaining how she'd raised her butterfly from a caterpillar. Chase yawned loud, but a few girls clapped. Then Riley, swinging his baseball bat like he was in the majors. X's turn crept closer, his palms sweating against the sub's hull. "X Musk, you're up." Ms. Harper's voice jolted him. She flashed an encouraging smile, her glasses glinting under the fluorescent lights. X stood, legs wobbly like he'd just stepped off a boat, and hauled the sub to the front. The room went quiet, too quiet, except for Chase's low chuckle. X set the sub on the demo table, its silver curves catching the light. He took a shaky breath. "This is a submarine for exploring the ocean." His voice barely carried past the first row. He flicked the switch, the propellers whirred to life, a soft hum filling the air, and the periscope snapped up with a click. A couple kids leaned forward, eyes wide. "Speak up, X, we can't hear you," Ms. Harper said, nodding him on. X cleared his throat, louder now. "It's a model of a sub that could dive deep, like really deep where no one's been. My dad helped me build it. The propellers work, and the periscope moves, see?" He tilted the sub, showing off the details he'd spent hours on. The tiny hatch he'd glued shut, the blue swirls he'd painted with a toothpick. Chase snorted from the back. "Exploring? What, for your alien fish pals down there?" His crew burst into giggles. Owen slapped the desk, Riley wheezed. X's face burned, the heat crawling up his neck. Ms. Harper shot a glare. "Chase, hush, let him finish." X swallowed hard, pushing on. My dad says oceans are like space, uncharted, full of stuff we don't know. This sub could map the deep sea, find new fish, maybe even shipwrecks. His voice steadied as he talked. Some kids nodded. Ava scribbled in her notebook. For a second, X felt it. Maybe they got it. Maybe they'd see he wasn't just weird X. Did your daddy do all the work, or did you actually touch it? Chase called, smirking wide. I built most of it, X said, half true. Elon had wired the motor, but X had shaped the hull, painted every swirl, dreamed up the idea after watching a documentary on the Mariana Trench. It took 3 weekends. Chase rolled his eyes. 3 weekends for a toy? Lame. It's not a toy, it's a prototype, X snapped, louder than he meant to. A few kids blinked, surprised. Ms. Harper's eyebrows lifted, but she didn't stop him. Prototype for what? Your fish kingdom. Chase shot back. The laughter swelled. X's hope sank. Ms. Harper clapped once sharp. That's enough, Chase. X, go on. X took a breath, voice wobbling. The ocean's bigger than anything, deeper than mountains are tall. My dad says we've only explored like 5% of it. This sub could change that. He flipped off the switch. The propellers slowed, the hum fading. Ava raised her hand, but before she could ask, Chase's foot shot out as X stepped past his desk. Crack. The sub flew from X's hands, slamming the floor. The room froze. X stared at the wreckage. Propellers snapped off, hull split down the middle, periscope bent like a broken straw. A sickening silence hung, then Chase's laugh broke it. Oops, drown, weird X. Owen hooted. Riley pounded his desk. Laughter roared like a wave crashing over X. He dropped to his knees, hands trembling as he scooped up the pieces. No, it's gone, he choked out, voice breaking. Ms. Harper rushed over, her skirt swishing. Class, quiet. X, honey, it's okay, just a slip. She touched his shoulder, but X saw Chase's grin, the way he tucked his foot back fast. It wasn't a slip, it was a shove. An accident, Ms. Harper said louder, glaring at Chase. Right, Chase? Chase shrugged, all innocent. Guess he's clumsy. X clutched the sub's shards, the jagged edges biting his fingers. He didn't cry, not there. He stumbled back to his seat, head down, the laughter still ringing in his ears. Ms. Harper moved on. Ava, your turn again? But X didn't hear it. He shoved the pieces into his backpack, the weight heavy on his lap, and stared at the desk's CP+ rolls, carving until the bell rang. Lunch came. He sat alone, as always, at the end of a long table, poking at a soggy sandwich. Chase and his crew strutted by, tossing a better swim away fish boy as they passed. X didn't look up. He held it together through math, through spelling, through the bus ride home, until he got to his room. X dumped the broken sub on his carpet, the pieces clattering like bones. He sank to the floor, sobs ripping out of him. Why me? Every damn time. Tears blurred the silver hull, the blue swirls he'd painted with such care. The front door clicked open, too early for his dad, who usually worked late at SpaceX or Tesla. Footsteps thudded, then a soft knock. X, you in there? Elon's voice, tired but warm, seeped through the door. X swiped at his face, choking out. Yeah, go away. The door creaked open anyway. Elon stepped in, still in his black SpaceX jacket, his hair a mess from a long day. He froze, eyeing the sub's wreckage. What's this? Where's your sub? X turned away, hugging his knees. Busted, kids at school, they hate me. Elon crouched beside him, voice dropping low. Hate you? No way, they're just blind to your shine. Tell me what happened. X hesitated, the words stuck like seaweed in his throat. Then it spilled months of weird X taunts, his lunch flicked into the grass, his ocean sketchbook shredded in the bathroom sink last week, the sub smashed today. They call me Fish Boy, say I'm a freak, 'cause I like the ocean. Chase tripped me, I saw him. Elon's jaw tightened, his eyes narrowing like they did when a rocket test flopped. That's it, he muttered, almost to himself. My kid's a visionary, not a punching bag. X sniffled, voice small. What can we do? They won't stop ever. Elon stood, a wild grin breaking across his face. Stop. We're not stopping. We're flooding M with something they can't outswim. He grabbed X's hand, pulling him up. Tomorrow, SpaceX Lab. You're with me, co-pilot. X blinked, wiping his nose. Co-pilot? Dad, I'm 10. 10 in electric. Elon shot back, ruffling X's curls. Your brain's already deeper than theirs. We're building something big. You in? X stared at the sub's pieces, then at his dad's fierce grin. For the first time all day, a tiny spark flickered in his chest. Not hope, not yet, but something close. Yeah, he said, voice soft but sure. I'm in. Elon clapped his shoulder. That's my X. Get some sleep. Tomorrow we dive. As Elon left, X picked up a broken propeller, twirling it between his fingers. Whatever his dad had in mind, it'd be wild. He always went big. X just hoped it'd be enough to keep him from drowning at Bayview. X woke to the smell of pancakes drifting through the house, a rarity since his dad usually bolted to SpaceX before dawn. Sunlight streamed through his window, glinting off the broken submarine pieces still scattered on his carpet. He rubbed his eyes, the ache from yesterday's tears lingering, but that spark from last night, the one his dad's wild grin had lit, still flickered faintly. He rolled out of bed, tugging on a hoodie, and padded downstairs, the propeller shard clutched in his pocket like a talisman. Elon stood at the stove, flipping pancakes with a spatula, his SpaceX jacket swapped for a faded Tesla tee. Morning, X, he called, voice bright despite the dark circles under his eyes. Blueberry or chocolate chip? Couldn't decide, so I'm doing both. X slid onto a stool at the counter, blinking. You're cooking? You never cook. Special day, Elon said, sliding a stack onto a plate. We're not just eating, we're fueling up. Big plans at the lab. He plopped the plate in front of X, the pancakes steaming, dotted with berries and chips. Eat fast, we roll in 20. X poked at the stack, appetite shaky. What are we building, Dad? You didn't say much last night. Elon grinned, leaning on the counter with his own plate. Something to flip Bayview upside down. You'll see, bring your sketchbook, the soggy one. We're mining it for gold. My sketchbook? X's stomach twisted. It's trashed. Chase and his jerks soaked it in the sink last week. Half the pages are stuck together. Doesn't matter, Elon said, shoving a bite in his mouth. Your ideas don't drown that easy. Grab it, we're out the door soon. X nodded, forcing down a few bites. The sketchbook sat on his desk upstairs, a warped mess he'd fished from the bathroom trash after Chase's crew had their fun. He'd meant to toss it, but something pride maybe kept it there. He finished half the pancakes, then dashed up to snag it, the damp pages crinkling as he stuffed it into his backpack with the sub's pieces. 20 minutes later, they were in the Tesla, humming down the highway towards SpaceX. X stared out the window, the ocean flashing blue in the distance. Why SpaceX? He asked, twisting his ring. It's for rockets, not whatever this is. Elon chuckled, eyes on the road. SpaceX isn't just rockets, it's problem solving. Ocean, space, same game, different field. We've got the brains and the gear to make anything. You'll fit right in. X wasn't so sure. He'd been to SpaceX before, watching launches, trailing his dad through bustling halls, but always as a tag-along, not a player. The car pulled into the lot, tires crunching gravel, and Elon led him past the main entrance to a side door with a thumbprint scanner. It beeped green, swinging open to a quiet hallway lined with frosted glass. They stopped at a door marked Next Frontier. No windows, just a sleek silver plaque. Elon pushed it open, revealing a lab buzzing with low hums and flickering screens. Engineers hunched over tables cluttered with circuits, 3D printers whirring in the corner. A massive rocket fin leaned against one wall, dwarfing the room. Elon swung his arm wide, shouting, Team Medex, my co-pilot. We're diving deep today. Heads snapped up, surprised faces turning their way. X froze, mumbling soft, co-pilot? Dad, I'm 10. 10 in electric. Elon shot back, tossing him a tablet from a nearby table. Your sketches? Pure gold. Show M. X fumbled the tablet, his backpack heavy with the sketchbook. Show what? It's a mess. Doesn't matter, Elon cut in, waving him forward. Pull it out. Let's see the damage. X unzipped his bag, tugging out the soggy sketchbook. Its cover, once navy with silver waves, was bloated, pages fused in clumps. He set it on the table, peeling it open gingerly. Submarine sketches spilled out, some blurred, ink bleeding into watercolor smears, but others sharp, a deep-sea explorer with claw arms, a bubble-domed habitat for the ocean floor. Engineer Tara, a woman with short black hair and bright orange glasses, leaned over. What's this? Kids' doodles. Elon smirked, tapping a page. Doodles? This is a revolution. X's brain outruns ours. Look closer. Tara squinted, flipping to a sketch X barely remembered, a boxy bot labeled Waveguard, with a screen face, wheels, and notes scribbled around it. Watches bullies, records, plays ocean sounds to calm kids. He'd drawn it weeks ago, after Chase trashed his sketchbook, a fantasy protector born from frustration. Whoa, Tara said, adjusting her glasses. This is specific. You thought this up? X nodded, voice small. Yeah, after they wrecked my stuff. Didn't think it'd be real. Elon clapped his hands, loud enough to make everyone jump. It's real now. Waveguard, our next move. Team, 1 week, make it happen. Tara blinked fast. 1 week? Elon, it's a kid's idea. A kid's idea that'll sink bullies. Elon snapped, grinning sharp. X has got the spark. We bring the fire. Start sketching. Another engineer, Sam, a lanky guy with a beard, rolled over in his chair. Okay, I'll bite. What's it do, X? X hesitated, glancing at his dad, who nodded him on. It's a bot for school, he said, voice steadier. It rolls around, watches for trouble, like when kids push or steal stuff. It records it so teachers know. And it plays ocean sounds, waves, whales, to make kids feel better. Sam whistled low. Not bad. Kinda creepy, but smart. Not creepy friendly, Elon corrected, pacing now. Think dolphin vibes, not shark. X, tweak it, give us the details. X grabbed a stylus, pulling up a blank screen on the tablet. His hands shook, but he started, curving the bot's edges, adding wave stripes to the shell, sketching a screen with a dolphin grin. Maybe it's taller, he said, drawing fast. Like desk height, so kids can talk to it. And it says stuff like, "You're enough," to cheer him up. Tara grinned, watching. Kids got vision. We could use the rover chassis, swap the sensors for audio-visual, tweak the AI for behavior tracking. Elon nodded, rapid fire. Good, run it. Power it with solar strips, keep it light. X, what else? X paused, stylus hovering. Maybe it glows? Like bioluminescent fish, soft blue, so it's not scary at night. Sam laughed. Night? It's for school, not deep-sea ops. Recess can feel like night, X muttered, eyes on the screen. When they're after you. The room went quiet, the engineers exchanging looks. Tara nodded slow. Fair point. Glows in, soft blue it is. Elon beamed, clapping X's shoulder. See, he gets it. Let's mock it up. 3D print the shell by noon, test sensors by dusk. Moo. The team scattered, printers hummed, screens flickered with code. X watched, dazed, as his doodle took shape. Tara handed him a headset. Here, listen in. We're wiring the ocean sounds now. X slipped it on. Waves crashed soft, a whale call echoed low. He closed his eyes, the sound washing over yesterday's sting. Yeah, he said soft. That's it. By dusk, a prototype rolled out. Waveguard, rough but real, its shell striped with waves, screen flashing a shaky dolphin grin. It hummed across the lab, stopping at X's feet. Hi, X. It chirped, voice glitchy but warm. You're enough. X stared, a grin tugging his lips. It talks? Barely, Sam said, tweaking a wire. Give us a week, it'll sing. Elon crouched beside X, eyes gleaming. 1 week, and Bayview won't know what hit him. You good, co-pilot? X nodded, clutching the propeller shard in his pocket. Yeah, I'm good. The lab hummed on, Waveguard's glow pulsing soft blue in the dim light. X didn't know if it'd work, if it'd stop Chase or just make him madder. But for the first time, he felt like he wasn't sinking alone. X stood in the SpaceX lab, the soft blue glow of Waveguard's prototype casting shadows across the cluttered tables. It was late, past dinner, judging by the grumble in his stomach, but the engineers hadn't slowed. Tara tapped furiously at a keyboard, her orange glasses slipping down her nose, while Sam hunched over the bot, soldering a wire into its chassis. The air buzzed with solder smoke and the faint crash of ocean waves looping from a speaker. X's idea, now wired into Waveguard's core. He clutched the broken propeller shard in his pocket, its edges worn smooth from a night of nervous fiddling, and watched as his doodle turned real. Elon paced behind him, a half-eaten energy bar in hand, his voice cutting through the hum. Tara, sensors up yet? We need facial recognition by morning. Almost, Tara muttered, not looking up. Tweaking the AI to flag distress, tears, clenched fists, raised voices. Kid's got a knack for this. She nodded at X, a grin tugging her lips. X shifted, cheeks warming. Just stuff I've seen, he said soft, eyes on Waveguard. Its screen flickered, a glitchy dolphin grin, then steadied, the words Hi, X scrolling across in blocky text. Sam straightened, wiping sweat from his brow. Voice module's in basic, but it talks. Wanna hear? X nodded fast. Sam tapped a button on his tablet, and Waveguard's shell hummed. Hello, X, it said, voice still rough, like a robot with a cold. You're enough. X's grin broke wide, a laugh slipping out. It's weird, like me talking to me. Elon clapped his shoulder, grinning wild. Weird's where the magic lives, X. Tweak the pitch, make it warmer, like a friend. Sam, you on it? On it, Sam said, already diving back into the wiring. Give me an hour, dolphin vibes incoming. X watched, the spark from yesterday growing. This wasn't just a bot, it was his shield, his voice, born from the soggy pages Chase had tried to drown. He pulled out his sketchbook, flipping to the waveguard sketch. Ink smudged, but the idea sharp, a rolling guardian for kids like him. He grabbed the stylus again, adding details. A mic on top to catch whispers, a tiny speaker for whale songs, a backup battery so it never quit. Tara peered over. Mix smart, catches the quiet stuff, like name calling behind a teacher's back. We can rig it to filter background noise. You're good at this, X. Thanks, X mumbled, sketching faster. They're sneaky, chasing them. Gotta hear everything. Elon stopped pacing, leaning in. Sneaky's no match for tech. What else you got? X hesitated, then drew a small hatch. Maybe it holds stuff, like a lost pencil or a note you don't want stolen. A safe spot. Sam chuckled. A bot with a locker? Cute. Not cute, practical, Elon snapped, eyes gleaming. Kids need safe zones. Build it, thumbprint lock, X's print first. X blinked. My thumb. You're the captain, Elon said, ruffling his curls. This is your ship. The lab churned on, 3D printer's word, spitting out a new shell with X's wave stripes. By midnight, waveguard rolled smoother, its screen flashing a steadier dolphin grin. Sam hit play, the voice purred now, warm and low. Hey, X, you're enough. A whale call followed, soft and deep, echoing through the room. X closed his eyes, the sound washing over him like a tide. That's it, he whispered. That's how it should feel. Tara yawned, stretching. Kid's a natural. Shell's done, sensors at 80%. We'll crash test it tomorrow. Elon nodded fast. Good. X, you're with me for the test. School's next. Bayview won't know what hit M. X's stomach flipped. Not hunger this time, but nerves. School? Already. 1 week, Elon said firm. That's the deadline. We don't mess around. X swallowed, nodding slow. He'd wanted this, something to stop Chase, but now it was real, rolling right at him. The team packed up, leaving waveguard glowing in the dark lab, its hum a quiet promise. Elon drove them home, the Tesla silent except for X's thoughts spinning loud. Next morning, X woke to sunlight and the smell of coffee. No pancakes today, just Elon in his SpaceX jacket, ready to roll. Lab time, co-pilot, he called, tossing X a granola bar. Test day, let's see if she swims. Back at SpaceX, the lab buzzed again. Waveguard sat center table, polished now. Wave stripes gleaming, screen bright. Tara waved X over. Your bot's got guts, let's test M. Scenario 1, bully spotted. Sam played the bully, snatching a pencil from Tara's hand. Waveguard rolled up, mic whirring. Play fair, friends. It chimed, voice smooth, recording light blinking red. X grinned. It saw him. Saw and saved, Tara said, checking the tablet. Clips clear, time-stamped, tagged potential conflict. Principal gets this, game's over. Elon nodded, arms crossed. Good, next test. Emotional read. Tara fake cried, shoulders shaking. Waveguard screen shifted, dolphin eyes softened. You're enough, it hummed, whale song flowing soft. X watched, the sound tugging at yesterday's tears. Works, he said, voice thick. Feels right. Sam smirked. Kid's gonna make us obsolete. Crash test now. They rolled waveguard toward a wall, slow first, then faster. It bumped, wobbled, but stayed upright, glow pulsing steady. Tough little fish, Tara said, impressed. Ready for the wild? X's chest tightened. The wild's Bayview, Chase'll smash it. Not if we're smart, Elon said, crouching beside him. We don't just drop it in, we pitch it. Principal Kim's next. Tomorrow, we sell her. Sell her? X asked, twisting his ring. What if she says no? She won't, Elon grinned fierce. We've got the tech, and you've got the story. You're my closer, X. X stared at waveguard, its dolphin grin steady. He'd drawn it to fight back, but now it was bigger, realer than he'd dreamed. Tomorrow meant facing school again, not as Weird X, but as the kid with the bot. He wasn't sure he was ready, but waveguard was, and that'd have to be enough. X sat in the Tesla's passenger seat, waveguard's prototype humming softly in the back, its blue glow pulsing through a tarp Elon had tossed over it. The morning sun glinted off Bayview Elementary's brick walls as they pulled into the lot, kids spilling from buses like fish from a net. X's stomach churned, not from hunger, though he'd skipped breakfast, but from the weight of what was coming. Yesterday's lab tests had proved WaveGuard worked, caught Sam's fake bullying, soothed Tara's fake tears. But this wasn't the lab. This was school, where Chase ruled and X drowned. He twisted his ring, the propeller shard digging into his thigh through his pocket. Elon killed the engine, glancing over with a grin. Ready, co-pilot? We're selling a revolution today. X swallowed, voice small. What if Principal Kim says no? Or Chase smashes it again? She won't say no, Elon said, unbuckling. And Chase? He'll think twice with this in play. You're the closer, your story seals it. He hopped out, hauling WaveGuard's case from the back. Let's roll. X trailed him, backpack heavy with his soggy sketchbook, the halls buzzing as they entered. Kids gawked, some whispered, "That's Elon Musk," their eyes darting from Elon's SpaceX jacket to X's hunched shoulders. A third grader tugged his friend's sleeve, pointing. "He's the rocket guy." X kept his head down, the familiar sting of stairs prickling his neck. They reached the office, WaveGuard's case clattering as Elon set it down. The secretary, Mrs. Ortiz, jumped, her coffee sloshing. "Mr. Musk, we weren't expecting. Need Principal Kim." Elon cut in, polite but firm. "It's urgent, school safety stuff." Mrs. Ortiz fumbled the intercom. "She's in a meeting, but, go right in." Principal Kim's office smelled of lavender and old books, her desk piled with papers. She stood as they entered, tall and sharp in a navy blazer, her gray-streaked bun tight. "Mr. Musk, what a surprise," she said, extending a hand. "And X, nice to see you too." Her smile faltered, eyes flicking to the case. "What's this about?" Elon shook her hand, then motioned X forward. "School safety, X's project. Show her, co-pilot." X froze, heart thudding. "Me? You," Elon said, nudging him. "It's your brainchild, tell her." X unzipped the case, WaveGuard's wave-striped shell glinting under the office lights. He flicked it on, its screen lit up, dolphin grin flashing. "Hi, Principal Kim." It chirped, voice warm now, whale song humming low. Kim blinked, stepping closer. "A robot? For what?" "It's WaveGuard," X said, voice shaky but growing. "I made it, with Dad and SpaceX. It watches for bullies, records them, helps kids feel safe." Kim's eyebrows shot up. "Bullies? X, is this about something happening here?" X glanced at Elon, who nodded. He took a breath, spilling it. "Yummy. Chase Parker and his friends. They call me Weird X, Fish Boy. They trashed my sketchbook, broke my sub at show and tell. Been doing it all year." His voice cracked, but he pushed on. "Teachers don't see it, Chase is sneaky. WaveGuard does." Kim frowned, sitting back. "X, I'm so sorry, I didn't know. Why didn't you tell Ms. Harper?" "Told her once," X muttered, eyes on the floor. "She said boys will be boys. Didn't help." Kim's face tightened, a flash of guilt crossing it. "That's not okay. Mr. Musk, what's your plan here?" Elon stepped up, grinning sharp. "Not punishment, progress. WaveGuard's a pilot program, X's design. It monitors halls, classrooms, recess. Catches incidents, sends video to you, parents, whoever. No more, he said, she said. Plus, it's a friend, plays ocean sounds, cheers kids up." Kim leaned forward, peering at WaveGuard. "Show me." X tapped the tablet Elon handed him, pulling up a test clip from the lab. Sam snatched Tara's pencil. WaveGuard rolled in, chiming, "Play fair, friends." Red light blinking as it recorded. The clip ended with Tara's fake tears, WaveGuard humming. "You're enough," whale song flowing. Kim watched, silent, then nodded slow. "Impressive. You built this, X." "Designed it," X said soft. "In my sketchbook, before it got wrecked. Dad's team made it real." She tapped her desk, thinking. "We've had bullying issues, more than I'd like. Last year, a girl left over it. But a robot? Parents might freak. Privacy concerns, you know. No data leaves the school unless you say," Elon said fast. "Secure system, SpaceX-grade encryption. It's here to help, not spy." Kim hesitated, then sighed. "All right, I'm intrigued. Let's test it. 1 week, common areas only, halls, cafeteria, playground. I'll need to see results." Elon grinned wider. "Deal, 1 week, you'll see a tidal shift. X, you're on deployment tomorrow." "Tomorrow?" X's voice spiked, panic flaring. "Chase'll see it. He'll hate me more." "He won't touch it," Elon said firm. "It's tougher than your sub and smarter. You'll show M, co-pilot." Kim stood, offering her hand again. X, you're brave for this, I mean it. We'll set it up after school today. I'll brief the staff. X shook her hand, his small one swallowed by hers. Thanks, he mumbled, the spark flickering brighter. They left the office, WaveGuard rolling behind on its own now, following X's tablet signal. Kids in the hall gaped, some pointed, others whispered. X spotted Chase by the lockers, his spiky hair unmistakable, laughing with Owen. Chase's eyes locked on WaveGuard, narrowing, then flicked to X, a smirk, but no move yet. Elon nudged X as they headed out. He's sizing it up, good. Let him wonder. Back in the Tesla, X clutched the tablet, WaveGuard humming in the back. What if he breaks it, Dad? Like the sub. He won't, Elon said, starting the car. It's crash-proof, tested it myself. Tomorrow you roll it out, show him who's boss. X nodded, slow, staring at WaveGuard's glow. He'd wanted a shield, and here it was real rolling ready. But school wasn't the lab. Chase wasn't Sam play acting. Tomorrow meant facing him, not just hiding. X twisted his ring, the propeller shard a quiet anchor. He wasn't sure he could be the boss, but WaveGuard could, and maybe that'd be enough to keep him afloat. X stood in Bayview Elementary's main hall, WaveGuard humming beside him, its wave-striped shell gleaming under the flickering fluorescent lights. The after-school quiet felt eerie. No locker slams, no shouts, just the faint squeak of his sneakers and the bot's soft whir. Principal Kim hovered nearby, clipboard in hand, while Elon adjusted WaveGuard's tablet settings, his SpaceX jacket slung over a chair. X twisted his ring, the propeller shard a familiar weight in his pocket, his stomach a knot of nerves and leftover lunch. Today wasn't a test run. It was real, and Chase was out there waiting. Ready, co-pilot? Elon asked, not looking up from the tablet. We're live in 5, hall patrol first. X nodded, voice stuck. He'd barely slept, replaying yesterday's pitch. Principal Kim's cautious yes, Chase's smirk by the lockers. WaveGuard was tough, crash-proof, Elon had said, but X knew Chase. He didn't just break things, he broke people. Kim checked her watch. Staff's briefed. WaveGuard starts tomorrow, morning bell. We'll monitor halls, cafeteria, playground, 1-week trial. X, you'll show the teachers how it works. Me. X's voice squeaked, eyes wide. You, Kim said, smiling faint. It's your creation, own it. Elon grinned, handing X the tablet. She's right. You're the captain, steer the ship. X took it, fingers trembling as he swiped the screen. WaveGuard's dolphin grin lit up, voice purring. Hi, X, ready to roll? A whale song hummed low, easing the knot in his chest just a bit. He tapped patrol mode. The bot glided forward, sensors blinking, mic whirring. Kim watched, impressed. Smooth, it's really listening? Always, Elon said, proud. Records audio-visual, flags trouble, sends it straight to your system. X, walk her through it. X swallowed, leading WaveGuard down the hall. It sees faces, hears voices. If someone's mean, pushing, yelling, it catches it. He tapped the screen, pulling up a demo clip from the lab. Sam snatching Tara's pencil, WaveGuard chiming. Play fair, friends. Kim nodded slow. And the calming part? X swiped again, WaveGuard hummed. You're enough, whale song flowing. That, he said soft. For when kids feel bad, like me sometimes. Kim's eyes softened. X, this is special, I mean it. Let's set it up tonight. Charging station in my office. They spent an hour mapping routes, hall loops, cafeteria corners, playground edges. WaveGuard rolled steady, its glow pulsing soft blue in the dim light. X felt a flicker of pride, but it drowned fast under tomorrow's shadow. Chase would see it, everyone would. Next morning, X stepped off the bus, backpack heavy, the tablet clutched tight. Kids swarmed the hall, voices loud. Then went quiet as WaveGuard rolled out from Kim's office, dolphin grin bright. Good morning, Bayview. It chirped smooth and warm. I'm WaveGuard, here to help. Heads turned, gasps, whispers. A second grader tugged X's sleeve. Is that yours? Yeah, X mumbled, eyes darting for Chase. It's cool, the kid said, running off. More stared, some waved, others backed up. X spotted Ava by her locker, her butterfly jar in hand, smiling faint. Then Chase's voice cut through, sharp. What's that, Weird X? Your new fish toy. He leaned against the wall, Owen and Riley flanking him, gums snapping loud. It's WaveGuard, X said, quieter than he meant. Helps school, Principal Kim's idea. Chase smirked, stepping closer. Helps. Looks like a snitch bot to me. He tapped WaveGuard's shell, hard. It wobbled but stayed upright, glow steady. Play fair, friends, WaveGuard chimed, red light blinking. Chase froze, smirk fading as kids giggled. Recording, X said, voice firmer. Brakes, you're caught. Chase's eyes narrowed. You think this stops me? He shoved past, shoulder-bumping X, but didn't touch the bot again. Owen muttered, freaky, trailing him. X exhaled, shaky. Waveguard rolled on, scanning the hall. By lunch, word spread. Kids crowded it in the cafeteria, asking questions. Can it talk to me? Ava asked, shy. Yeah, X said, tapping the tablet. Say hi. Hi, Waveguard, Ava said, hesitant. Hi, Ava, you're enough, it hummed, whale song flowing. She grinned big. Others joined. Liam poked it, testing. Does it snitch on everything? Only means stuff, X said, watching Waveguard glide between tables. Then it stopped, Chase's crew at the far end, Riley snatching a kid's cookie. Play fair, friends, Waveguard chirped, red light on. Riley dropped it fast, face red as kids laughed. Chase glared across the room, locking eyes with X. You're dead, he mouthed, silent but clear. X's gut twisted, but Waveguard rolled back to him, humming soft. You're enough, it said just for him. Recess hit. Waveguard patrolled the playground, kids testing it. A third grader, Mia, tugged X over. Some big kids took my ball. Can it help? X swiped the tablet. Waveguard rolled to the swings, where two fifth graders tossed Mia's ball high. Play fair, friends, it chimed, recording. They froze, then tossed it back, grumbling. Mia beamed. Thanks, X. Word raced. By day's end, kids whispered about the bully bot. Ms. Harper pulled X aside after class. Heard about your robot. Impressive. Chase giving you trouble. He hates it, X said soft. Might make it worse. Or better, she said firm. Keep me posted, I'm watching now. X nodded, heading out. Elon waited in the Tesla, grinning. How'd she swim, co-pilot? Caught stuff, Chase backed off, sorta, X said, sliding in. He's mad, though. Good, Elon said, starting the car. Mad means it's working. Day 1 down, 6 to go. You're steering this, X. X clutched the tablet, Waveguard's glow fading as they drove off. Kids liked it. Some did, anyway, but Chase's glare stuck with him. Waveguard was here, real, rolling, but the fight wasn't over. It was just starting, and X wasn't sure he could steer through the storm. X stood by his locker, Waveguard humming a few feet away, its soft blue glow cutting through the morning bustle of Bayview Elementary's hall. Day 2 of the trial, and the bot was already a fixture. Kids waved as it rolled past, its dolphin grin flashing, whale song humming low whenever someone got close. X clutched his tablet, swiping through yesterday's clips. Riley dropping the cookie, fifth graders tossing Mia's ball back. Small wins, but Chase's mouthed, "You're dead," from the cafeteria replayed in his head, a dark cloud over the spark he'd felt. He twisted his ring, the propeller shard sharp against his leg, and scanned the crowd. Ava slipped up beside him, her butterfly jar tucked under her arm. Waveguard's cool, X. Everyone's talking about it. Yeah, X said, soft, eyes darting for Chase. Not everyone. She followed his gaze. Chase, he's just mad 'cause it works. Don't let him scare you. X nodded, but the knot in his gut tightened. Waveguard rolled closer, chirping. Hi, X, you're enough. He forced a smile. Ava grinned back, then darted to class. The bell rang. X headed to Ms. Harper's room, Waveguard trailing on patrol mode. Kids parted, some whispering, others staring. He slid into his seat, tucking the tablet under his desk as Ms. Harper started math. Waveguard parked by the door, sensors blinking, quiet but watching. Chase swaggered in late, gum snapping, Owen and Riley behind him. His eyes locked on Waveguard, then X, a smirk twitching his lips. Nice pet, weird X, he muttered, loud enough for the back row to hear. Owen snickered. Ms. Harper shot a glare, but kept teaching. X sank lower, whispering to the tablet, stay on him. Waveguard's mic whirred, zeroing in. Halfway through fractions, Chase flicked a paper wad at X's head, thwack. It hit, bouncing off. X flinched, kids giggled. Waveguard rolled forward, smooth. Play fair, friends. It chimed, red light blinking. Chase froze, hand mid-flick, then slumped back, muttering, stupid bot. Ms. Harper turned. Chase, enough. X, you okay? Yeah, X lied, face hot. Waveguard's whale song hummed low. He unclenched his fists, breathing slow. Lunch hit. X sat with Ava now, a first, her tray clattering beside his. See, it's helping, she said, nodding at Waveguard patrolling the cafeteria. Liam said it stopped Owen from tripping him yesterday. X poked his sandwich, half smiling. Good. Guess it's not just me anymore. Nope, Ava said, grinning. Mia's calling it the bully buster. Kids like it. Across the room, Chase's table was quieter. Riley and Owen ate heads down, but Chase glared, cracking his knuckles. Then he stood slow, sauntering toward the trash cans, right past Waveguard. He tripped, foot slamming the bot's side, thud. It wobbled, righted itself, glow steady. Play fair, friends, it chirped, red light on. Chase smirked loud. Ops, glamsy me. Kids watched, some laughed, others went quiet. X's tablet pinged, a clip uploaded, tagged Chase Parker, potential conflict. He showed Ava, heart racing. He's testing it, she whispered. Thinks he's slick. He's not, X said, firmer than he felt. Kim'll see. Recess came. Waveguard rolled the playground, kids swarming it. Mia tugged X over again. It got my ball back yesterday. Can it play? Sorta, X said, swiping the tablet. Waveguard hummed a wave crash, spinning its wheels. Kids cheered, chasing it. Then Chase loomed, basketball in hand, Owen and Riley flanking. Nice toy, fish boy, Chase said loud. Bet it can't catch this. He lobbed the ball, hard, at Waveguard. It bounced off the shell, no dent, but the crowd hushed. Play fair, friends, Waveguard chimed, rolling steady, red light flashing. Chase stepped closer, voice low. You think this saves you? I'll break it, and you. He shoved X's shoulder, Waveguard word, play fair, friends, recording fast. X stumbled but caught himself, tablet pinging again. Keep it, X said, soft but clear. You're on video. Chase's smirk faltered, kids murmured, some backing off. Owen muttered, chill man, it's watching. Chase glared, then stalked away, ball bouncing behind him. X exhaled, shaky, Waveguard humming beside him. You're enough, it purred, whale song flowing. Mia grinned. Told ya, bully buster. After school, X met Principal Kim in her office, Waveguard rolling in. She pulled up the clips, Chase's cafeteria kick, the playground shove. This is clear, she said, frowning. He's targeting it, and you. Yeah, X said, twisting his ring. Always has. Kim tapped her desk. I'll call his parents, conference tomorrow. Waveguard's working, bullying's down already. Staff's noticing. X nodded, relief flickering. Good, it's helping others too. It is, Kim said firm. You're doing something big, X. Don't let him shake you. Elon picked him up, Tesla humming. Day 2, how's our wave? Caught Chase twice, X said, sliding in. He's mad, tried to break it. Tried, Elon grinned. Tough as hell, that's SpaceX tech. Kim's take. She's calling his parents, X said, tablet glowing with clips. Says it's working. Damn right, Elon said, pulling out. Pushback means it's biting. You holding up? X shrugged, soft. Scared he'll get worse, but yeah. Scared's fuel, Elon said, eyes on the road. Use it. 5 days left, steer straight, co-pilot. X stared at Waveguard's glow in the back, the knot loosening a fraction. Chase was mad, madder than ever, but Waveguard didn't flinch, and neither could he. Not now. Kids liked it, Mia, Ava, Liam, and that mattered more than Chase's glare. He twisted the propeller shard, its edge a quiet strength. The storm was brewing, but Waveguard was rolling, and X was starting to feel the tide shift, just a little. X leaned against the playground fence, Waveguard rolling steady beside him. Its soft blue glow a quiet shield against the third day's chaos. The morning sun cut through the fog, kids swarming the slides and swings, their shouts blending with the bot's faint whale song. X clutched his tablet, swiping through yesterday's clips, Chase's cafeteria kick, the playground shove, now in Principal Kim's hands. His stomach fluttered, not just from nerves, but from something new, a flicker of fight. He twisted his ring, the propeller shard smooth now from days of worry, and watched the crowd. Mia darted over, her ball bouncing. X, Waveguard stopped those big kids again. They gave my hat back. She grinned, tugging her cap tight. Good, X said, soft but real. It's working, huh? Totally, Mia said, then ran off, waving. Ava joined him, her butterfly jar swapped for a sketchbook, dry unlike his. Heard Chase's parents are coming today, she said low. Kim's mad, those clips were bad. X nodded, eyes flicking to the school doors. Hope it stops him. It will, Ava said firm. He's scared now, look. She nodded across the yard. Chase sat on a bench, alone, no Owen or Riley. His spiky hair drooped, gum idle in his mouth, eyes on Waveguard like it might bite. X's chest tightened, not triumph, but weird relief. He's quiet. For now, Ava said, sketching a wave. Waveguard's got him spooked. The bell rang. X headed to class, waveguard trailing. Ms. Harper waved him in, her usual math drone swapped for a smile. X, your bot's a hit. Liam said it saved his drone from Owen yesterday. Yeah. X slid into his seat, tablet humming. It's catching stuff. Catching and calming, she said, tapping her desk. Kids are softer with it around. I'm impressed. Chase slunk in, late again, no smirk this time. He sat 2 rows back, head down, avoiding waveguard parked by the board. X whispered to the tablet, "Watch him," and the bot's mic word, sensors on. Mid-lesson, a note landed on X's desk, folded tight, no name. He unfolded it slow. "Snitchbot won't save you forever. Watch, you are back." Chase's scrawl, jagged and mean. X's heart thudded. He glanced back. Chase stared straight ahead, blank. Waveguard rolled closer, humming. "You're enough," whale song low. X tucked the note away, hands shaky but steadying. Lunch came. X sat with Ava and now Liam, their trays clattering together. Waveguard patrolled nearby, kids waving as it passed. "Caught Riley stealing my chips yesterday," Liam said, grinning. "Dropped him fast, hilarious." X half smiled. "It's quick and tough," Ava said. Chase hasn't touched it since recess. Across the cafeteria, Chase sat solo, picking at his food. Then Principal Kim appeared, her blazer crisp, leading 2 adults, Chase's parents, X guessed. The man was tall, spiky-haired like Chase, the woman stern in a red coat. Kim pointed at Waveguard. They frowned, heads shaking. Chase sank lower, caught. Recess hit. X stayed by Waveguard, tablet pinging with new clips. A 3rd grader's lunchbox returned, a shove stopped by the swings. Kids crowded him now, Mia, Liam, a shy girl named Zoe with glasses. "Can it say my name?" Zoe asked, soft. "Yeah," X said, typing fast. Waveguard rolled up. "Hi, Zoe, you're enough." She beamed, whale song humming. Chase emerged, parents gone, face red. He stormed toward X, kids scattering. "You think you're hot stuff now," he snapped loud. "That bot's a snitch, ruining everything." "It's helping," X said, voice trembling but clear. "You're the one breaking stuff." Chase lunged, Waveguard zipped between them, chirping. "Play fair, friends," red light blazing. Chase froze, fists clenched, then kicked the dirt. Whatever weird X won't last. He stalked off, but slower, shoulders slumped. Ava nudged X. "He's cracking, you stood up." "Didn't feel like it," X muttered, heart pounding. Waveguard hummed beside him, steady. After school, Kim called X to her office, Waveguard rolling in. She sat, clips queued on her laptop. Chase's parents saw these. He's on a short leash now. Suspension if he slips again. X blinked. Really, Kim said, firm. Waveguard's cutting incidents, staff's shocked. Kids are opening up, telling us stuff they hid before. X twisted his ring, soft. "So it's good." "Better than good," Kim said. 4 days left. I'm sold, but we'll finish the trial. "You're changing Bayview, X." Elon picked him up, Tesla humming. "Day 3, how's the wave?" "Chase is in trouble," X said, sliding in. "Kim says it's working, kids like it." "Like it?" Elon grinned. "They'll love it soon. Pushback's fading, means you're winning, co-pilot." X nodded, tablet glowing with clips, Mia's hat, Zoe's smile. "He wrote me a note, said it won't save me." Elon's grin sharpened. "Let him try, Waveguard's tougher than he is." "You holding the helm?" "Yeah," X said, firmer now. "I think so." The car rolled off, Waveguard's glow steady in the back. Chase was cracking, kids were shifting. X felt it, a tide turning slow but sure. The note burned in his pocket, but Waveguard's hum drowned it out. For days left, he wasn't sinking anymore, not quite. He twisted the propeller shard, its edge a quiet victory. The storm wasn't over, but X was steering now, and that was something new. X walked into Bayview Elementary on day 4, Waveguard rolling beside him, its wave-striped shell catching the morning light through the hall's big windows. The air buzzed different now, less chaos, more chatter about the bot. Kids didn't just stare, they waved, some darting close to test its voice. X clutched his tablet, the note from Chase. "Snitchbot won't save you forever," crumpled in his pocket beside the propeller shard. He twisted his ring, nerves still there but lighter, buoyed by yesterday's winds. Chase's parents called in, Mia's hat back, Zoe's shy smile. He wasn't alone anymore, not quite. Ava met him by the lockers, her sketchbook open to a dolphin sketch. X, Liam starting a Waveguard fan club. Kids want hats with its face. X blinked, soft. "Seriously?" "Yup," she said, grinning. "Mia's in, Zoe too. Even Riley's asking about it." "Riley? X's voice spiked. Chase is Riley, the buzz-cut kid who'd laughed loudest when the sub broke. Ava nodded low. He ditched Chase yesterday, said the bot's kinda dope after it stopped him stealing chips. X glanced at Waveguard, its dolphin grin steady. Guess it's growing. Growing fast, Ava said, shutting her locker. You're not Weird X anymore, you're Waveguard X. He half smiled, the knot in his chest loosening. The bell rang. Waveguard rolled to class, kids parting like water. Ms. Harper waved it in, her chalk pausing mid-equation. X, your bot's a star. Zoe told me it said her name yesterday. She's beaming. Yeah, X said, settling in. It's learning, gets better every day. Chase slumped in late, no gum, no smirk, just a scowl that didn't reach X. Owen trailed him, but Riley hung back, sitting solo. Waveguard parked by the board, sensors whirring. X tapped the tablet, whispering, watch Chase. Mid-lesson, a pencil rolled off Zoe's desk. Chase's foot nudged it away, subtle. Waveguard glided over, chirping, play fair, friends, red light blinking. Zoe grabbed her pencil, flashing X a thumbs up. Chase glared but sank lower, silent. Ms. Harper nodded X's way, good catch, and kept teaching. Lunch hit. X sat with Ava, Liam, and now Zoe, their table a small island in the cafeteria sea. Waveguard rolled nearby, kids testing it. Say my name, Liam called. X typed fast, Waveguard hummed. Hi Liam, you're enough, whale song flowing. Liam hooped, high-fiving Zoe. Across the room, Chase sat with Owen, but Riley drifted over to X's table, tray clattering. That bot's cool, he mumbled, not meeting X's eyes. Caught me with the chips, fair though. X froze, then nodded. Yeah, it's just doing its job. Riley sat awkward. Chase is pissed, says it's ruining everything. But, I dunno. It's not bad. Ava grinned. Told ya, fan club's growing. Waveguard rolled past Chase's table. Owen flicked a fry at it, testing. Play fair, friends, it chimed, recording. Chase grabbed Owen's arm, hissing. Cut it, Kim's got my ass already. Owen dropped the fry fast. X watched, tablet pinging. Another clip for Kim. He's scared, he said soft. Should be, Liam said. My drone's safe cause of you. Recess came, Waveguard patrolled, kids swarming. Mia led a game, tossing her ball near it, giggling when it hummed waves. Then Riley joined, hesitant. Can it catch? X swiped the tablet. Waveguard's hatch popped open, snagging the ball. Kids cheered, Riley grinned real. Chase lingered by the fence, solo now, kicking dirt. He caught X's eye, glare sharp but tired. Not the fire it used to be. Waveguard rolled near him, quiet, and he flinched, backing off. After school, Kim called X in, Waveguard humming behind. Her laptop glowed with clips. Pencil nudge, fry flick, more small saves. X, this is unreal, she said, leaning back. Bullying's down 30%, staff's counting. Kids are reporting less, 'cause it's catching it first. X twisted his ring, soft. 30, that's a lot. A ton, Kim said firm. Parents are asking, some want it permanent. Chase's folks signed a behavior plan. He's on probation. One more slip, he's out. Out! X's eyes widened. Suspended, Kim said. Waveguard's forcing accountability, he can't hide. You're rewriting this place, X. X nodded, slow, the spark flaring brighter. Kids like it, Riley's even nice now. Ripple effect, Kim said, smiling. 3 days left, I'm drafting a proposal for the district. You okay with that? Yeah, X said firmer. It's helping, I want it to stay. Elon picked him up, Tesla purring. Day 4, how's the tide? Turning, X said, sliding in. Riley ditched Chase, kids want Waveguard hats. Kim says bullying's down 30%. Elon whistled, grinning wide. 30? That's a wave, co-pilot. Chase cracking. Scared, X said, tablet glowing. On probation, Kim's pushing it to the district. District, Elon's grin sharpened. That's scale, SpaceX style. You steering steady? Think so, X said, voice solid now. Feels good. The car rolled off, Waveguard's glow steady in the back. X pulled the note from his pocket, rereading Chase's scrawl. Won't save you forever, then crumpled it tighter. Forever didn't matter, right now did. Riley's grin, Zoe's thumbs up, Ava's sketch, Bayview wasn't the same, and neither was he. He twisted the propeller shard, its edge a quiet anchor. 3 days left. The storm was fading, and X was riding the wave, stronger every roll. X stepped off the school bus on the 6th day of Waveguard's trial, his sneakers scuffing the cracked pavement of Bayview Elementary's drop-off zone. The morning air carried a salty tang from the nearby coast, a reminder of the ocean documentaries that had sparked his submarine dream. Now shattered but reborn in the bot rolling beside him. Waveguard's wave-striped shell bore faint scratches from 5 days of playground wars, its soft blue glow pulsing steady under the hall's fluorescent lights. X clutched his tablet, its screen warm against his palms, and felt the weight of 2 items in his pocket. The crumpled note from Chase. Snitchbot won't save you forever. And the propeller shard, its edges smoothed by a week of nervous twisting. His chest buzzed with something new, not the sinking dread of show and tell day, but a bold hum, like the whale songs Waveguard played when he needed them most. The hall buzzed too, but different now, less chaos, more excitement. Kids didn't just stare at Waveguard, they cheered, their voices bouncing off the lockers. A second grader darted past, sporting a paper hat with Waveguard's dolphin grin scrawled in blue marker, shouting, "Waveguard rules." X blinked, half smiling as more hats popped up. Some green, some red, all with that goofy grin. His tablet pinged, a message from Ava. "Meet me by the lockers, big news." He quickened his pace, Waveguard humming behind, its wheels whispering on the tiles. Ava leaned against her locker, her usual sketchbook swapped for a real Waveguard hat, cardboard but sturdy, with a dolphin face Liam had drawn. "X," she called, waving him over, her ponytail bouncing. "Liam's fan club is real. Kids are losing it. Zoe's got a petition going. Keep Waveguard forever. Look." She thrust a clipboard at him, pages thick with signatures. Messy kid scrawls, some with hearts, others with doodled waves. "Forever," X said, voice soft, eyes scanning the list. "This many. 50 names already," Ava grinned, adjusting her hat. "Zoe's hitting every grade. Even Riley signed." "Riley?" X's voice spiked, disbelief sharp. Riley, Chase's buzz-cut sidekick, the one who'd laughed loudest when the sub smashed, who'd tossed fries at Waveguard just days ago. "Yup," Ava said, leaning close. "Caught him by the water fountain. He said Chase is done. Won't mess with it now. Thinks the bot's pretty sick after it stopped him stealing Liam's chips." X glanced at Waveguard, its dolphin grin flashing as a third grader waved. "Guess it's bigger than I thought." "Huge," Ava said, shutting her locker with a clang. "You're not Weird X anymore. You're Waveguard X. Kids are wearing hats, X, hats. Liam's printing more at lunch." She tugged him toward class, her energy pulling him along like a tide. The bell rang. X slipped into Ms. Harper's room, Waveguard rolling behind on patrol mode. The classroom buzzed louder than usual. Kids crowded the bot, their chatter drowning out the usual pencil scratches. Zoe pushed through, her glasses glinting under the lights, clipboard clutched tight. "X, we're at 60 names now. Ms. Harper signed too." She flipped the page. There it was, Ellen Harper in neat cursive beside a kid's wobbly Mia J. "For what?" X asked, settling into his seat, tablet humming under his desk. "To keep Waveguard," Zoe said, beaming so wide her braces flashed. "It's the best thing here. Nobody's mean when it's around. Even the 5th graders are scared of it." Ms. Harper stepped over, her chalk-dusted hands pausing mid-equation on the board. "She's right, X. I've never seen anything like it. Bullying's way down. Liam told me Waveguard saved his drone from Owen yesterday, and Zoe's been smiling all week. It's magic." "Yeah," X said soft, the spark flaring. "It's learning, gets better every day. SpaceX tweaked the AI last night. Dad says it's picking up patterns now." "Patterns?" Ms. Harper raised an eyebrow, leaning on her desk. "Like what?" "Like, who's trouble?" X said, tapping the tablet. "Watches Chase more cause he's." He stopped, glancing back. Chase slouched in late, no gum snapping, no smirk, just a scowl that didn't reach X. Owen trailed him, but Riley peeled off, sitting 2 rows over, flashing X a quick, awkward nod. X whispered to the tablet, "Watch Chase," and Waveguard's mic word, sensors locking on. Mid-lesson, a kid in the front row, Tommy, with his too big backpack, dropped a book with a thud. Chase's foot twitched, nudging it an inch away, subtle as a shadow. Waveguard glided over, smooth and quiet, chirping, "Play fair, friends." Its red light blinking steady. Tommy grabbed his book, flashing X a shy thumbs up. Chase glared at the bot, then out the window, his jaw tight but silent. Ms. Harper caught X's eye, mouthing, "Good catch," and turned back to her fractions. X leaned to Ava, whispering, "He's stopped." "Scared straight," she said low, her pencil sketching a wave on her notebook. "Kim's got him on a leash. Probation's no joke. Owen's still dumb, but Riley's out. You're winning." "Winning?" X echoed, soft, the word strange on his tongue. He'd never won at Bayview. Always the kid ducking Chase's taunts, hiding his sketches. Now kids wore hats with his idea on them. He tapped the tablet. WaveGuard screen scrolled stats. Incidents flagged, 12. Resolutions, 11. Emotional assists, 28. 28 times it had hummed, "You're enough," to kids like him, Zoe, Mia, even Liam. Lunch hit. X's table wasn't just him and Ava anymore. Liam plopped down, his tray clattering, followed by Zoe, Riley, and Mia with her bouncy ball. WaveGuard rolled nearby, kids swarming it like fish to a reef. "Say my name," Liam shouted, waving a half-eaten apple. X typed fast, WaveGuard hummed. "Hi, Liam, you're enough," whale song flowing soft and deep. Liam hooped, high-fiving Zoe, who giggled behind her glasses. "Do me," she said. "Hi, Zoe, you're enough," it purred. Cheers erupted, kids clapping like it was a show. Riley leaned over, tray shoved aside, his buzz cut catching the light. X, he started, voice low. "Sorry, man. For the sub, and all that crap. Chase made it fun, you know? Laughing at you. But it sucked. I sucked." X froze, the apology landing like a rogue wave. He'd hated Riley, his snickers, his fry tosses, but now the kid sat there, eyes on his tray, no smirk. "Yeah," X said slow. "It did suck. Thanks for saying it." Riley half smiled, awkward but real. "Bot's dope, should have said it sooner. Caught me good with Liam's chips, dropped him like a hot rock." Ava grinned, nudging X. "Told ya, fan club's growing." Liam's got 10 more hats ready. 20, Liam corrected, mouth full. "Selling 'em for a quarter, gonna buy a drone motor." X laughed soft, a real laugh, not the fake ones he'd forced before. Across the cafeteria, Chase sat alone, tray untouched, his spiky hair flat without his crew's noise to prop it up. He caught X's eye, glared, sharp but tired, then looked away, shoulders sinking. WaveGuard rolled near his table, quiet, its glow steady. He didn't flinch, just shrank into his seat, a shadow of the king he'd been. Recess came. The playground thrummed with energy, kids swarming WaveGuard like it was a mascot. Mia led a game, tossing her ball near it, giggling when it hummed a wave crash and spun its wheels. Riley joined, hesitant at first, then grinning as WaveGuard's hatch popped open, snagging the ball mid-bounce. "Sick," he shouted, high-fiving Mia. Kids cheered, a chorus of WaveGuard. WaveGuard, rising like a tide. X stood by the fence, tablet pinging with clips, small saves piling up. A third grader's lunchbox returned, a shove stopped by the swings, a quiet kid's pencil snatched back from a fifth grader. Then Chase emerged from the school doors, slow, hands shoved deep in his pockets. The crowd hushed, heads turning. He walked straight for X, his sneakers scuffing the dirt. No Owen, no Riley, no swagger. "Think you're king now, huh?" Chase said, voice low, no bite left, just a tired rasp. "Your snitch bot's got me grounded. Kim's on my back. Parents won't shut up." "Happy." X stood straight, WaveGuard humming beside him. "It's not about me," he said, steady now, no tremble. "It's for them, Mia, Zoe, Liam, everyone you picked on. You broke my sub, trashed my sketchbook. This stops that." Chase kicked the dirt soft, his eyes flicking to WaveGuard, then away. "Whatever. My folks took my games, 2 weeks. Kim says one more screw-up, I'm suspended. All cause of your stupid bot." He paused, jaw tight, then muttered. "Shouldn't have broke your sub. Was cool, I guess. The swirls and stuff." X blinked, Chase's voice cracked on cool. The closest he'd ever come to sorry. Kids watched, wide-eyed. Ava nudged X, whispering, "That's it, he's done." "Yeah," X said, soft but sure. "Just want it to stop, not happy, just done." Chase stared, his scowl fading to something blank. Defeat, maybe, or just exhaustion. "Fine, whatever," he said, turning slow, walking off toward the swings. No strut, no glare, just a kid who'd lost his throne. The crowd murmured, then broke into chatter. Mia's chant picked up again. "WaveGuard. WaveGuard." WaveGuard rolled to X, humming low. "You're enough." Whale song wrapping around him like a hug. He nodded, soft. "Yeah, maybe I am." After school, Principal Kim called X to her office, WaveGuard rolling in behind. Her desk was a mess of charts, clips queued on her laptop, Zoe's petition stacked towering beside a coffee mug. "X, this is wild," she said, leaning forward, her blazer sleeves rolled up. "Bullying's down 50%, 50. I ran the numbers with staff. Incidents are half what they were last month. Parents are begging for WaveGuard permanent. Some want it in their kids' rooms." X twisted his rings, soft, the number sinking in. 50? That's crazy. Crazy good, Kim said, firm, tapping a chart, red bars shrinking day by day. Kids are reporting less because it's catching it first. Teachers are floored. And Chase, he confessed today. Walked in here, apologized to me, said he's done fighting. Your bot broke him in a good way. Confessed. X's eyes widened, picturing Chase's slumped walk. Spilled it all, Kim said, a rare grin breaking her stern face. Admitted the sub, the sketchbook, said he's scared straight. His parents signed a behavior plan. One more slip, he's suspended. Your petition's at 70 names now. District's next. District? X's voice lifted, the word heavy with scale. Big leagues, Kim said, leaning back. I'm pitching it tomorrow, WaveGuard in every school. I've got data, clips, signatures. Your story seals it. You okay with that? Yeah, X said, voice solid now, no wobble. It's helping. I want it everywhere. Mia, Zoe, they need it. Kim stood, shaking his hand, her grip firm, his small but steady. You're a game changer, X, must grit and a big heart. One day left. Let's finish strong. Elon picked him up, Tesla humming in the lot, the sun dipping low over the ocean horizon. Day 6, how's the crest? He asked, grinning as X slid in. Crashing, X said, WaveGuard's glow bright in the back. Chase said sorry, sorta. Bullying's down 50%. Kim's taking it to the district tomorrow. Elon whistled, long and loud, his grin sharpening. 50? District? That's a tsunami, co-pilot. You're rewriting the rules. Chase cracking's just the start. Kids are rewriting it, X said, tablet glowing with Zoe's petition. 70 names, a wave of ink. I just started it. Started it and steered it, Elon said, pulling out of the lot. One day left, hero status locked? X nodded, firm, the spark a full flame now. Locked, I think. The car rolled off, WaveGuard's hum steady, its dolphin grin a quiet victory in the dusk. X pulled Chase's note from his pocket, rereading the scrawl. Won't save you forever. Then tore it slow, piece by piece, letting the scraps flutter to the floor mat. Forever wasn't the point. Now was, and now Bayview cheered for him, not at him. Hats with his idea, kids with his back, a school bending to his wave. He twisted the propeller shard, its edge a silent triumph, worn like him, but stronger for it. One day left, the wave was cresting high, and X rode it, head up, steering true. X stood in Bayview Elementary's gym on the 7th and final day of WaveGuard's trial, the cavernous space echoing with the hum of 100 voices. The bleachers brimmed with kids, 4th graders, 5th graders, even tiny 2nd graders, most sporting WaveGuard hats, their dolphin grins wobbling on cardboard crowns. WaveGuard itself rolled center stage, its wave-striped shell polished by Elon's team overnight, soft blue glow pulsing like a heartbeat under the gym's harsh lights. X clutched his tablet, its screen warm from constant swiping, the propeller shard a steady weight in his pocket. No note now, just the worn metal that had carried him through. His chest thrummed, not nerves, not anymore, but a roar, like the ocean he'd dreamed of mapping. Principal Kim tapped the mic, her blazer crisp, voice cutting through the chatter. Bayview, settle down. We've got a special assembly today. The crowd hushed, eyes on her, then X, then WaveGuard. This week, one student changed our school. X Musk, come up here. X froze, sneakers glued to the floor. Ava nudged him from the front row, her hat tilted. Go, they're cheering for you. And they were. Claps rippled, then swelled Mia's WaveGuard. Chant sparking shouts. X stepped forward, legs shaky but moving, WaveGuard rolling beside him like a loyal shadow. Kim handed him the mic, cold, heavy. He swallowed, voice small at first. Hi, this is WaveGuard. I made it with my dad and SpaceX. It's for us. To stop bullies, help kids feel okay. The gym went quiet, then WaveGuard hummed. Hi, Bayview. You're enough. Whale song flowing deep and warm. Cheers erupted, hats waving like a sea of fins. Kim took the mic back, grinning rare and wide. X's trial ends today, and it's a win. Bullying's down 50%, 50, in 1 week. Parents, teachers, you kids, you made it clear, WaveGuard stays. And it's not stopping here. She paused, eyes glinting. This morning, the district approved it. WaveGuard's going to every school in the county. The gym exploded. Kids leapt, teachers clapped. Liam hooped loud enough to crack glass. X blinked, the roar crashing over him. Ava grabbed his arm, shouting, Every school, X. You did that. Zoe waved her petition. 80 names now. Riley pounded the bleachers, his hat lopsided. Kim waved for quiet. One more thing. X, your classmates have something for you. She stepped back. Mia darted up, tugging a banner from a bag. Waveguard X, our hero in blue paint, dolphins swimming around the edges. Zoe and Liam unfurled it, kids cheering as it stretched wide. X stared, throat tight. Me? You just changed everything, Kim said firm. Take a bow, X. He didn't bow, just nodded soft, the mic slipping from his hand as Waveguard rolled closer, humming. You're enough, just for him. The banner swayed, his name in big, bold letters, not Weird X, but Waveguard X, a title he'd earned. Lunch hit. X's table was a mob now, kids crowding with trays and hats. Riley slid in, grinning real. Heard Chase is laying low, Kim scared him straight. You're the boss now, man. Not boss, X said soft, poking his sandwich. Just me. Hero me, Ava corrected, sketching a wave on her napkin. District's huge, hundreds of kids'll have this. Yeah, Zoe piped up, glasses fogging from excitement. No more smashed subs, waveguards everywhere. X half smiled, the spark of full flame. He swiped the tablet, clips rolled in. Mia's ball saved, Zoe's pencil returned, a shy kid's lunchbox snatched back. 50% down. Hundreds of moments flipped from pain to peace. Recess was chaos. Kids swarmed Waveguard, Mia leading a victory lap, its wheels spinning as they chanted, Waveguard, Waveguard. Even Chase lingered by the fence, no glare, just watching, quiet, small, a kid who'd lost his war. X caught his eye. Chase nodded, faint, then turned away, kicking dirt slow. After school, Kim pulled X aside, Waveguard rolling into her office. District's fast-tracking it, she said, charts glowing on her laptop. 10 schools by next month, 50 by fall. Parents are calling it a miracle. You're a headline, X. Headline. X twisted his ring, soft. Just wanted it to stop, for me, then them. Mission accomplished, Kim said, leaning back. Bayview's yours now, District's next. Proud of you, kid. Elon picked him up, Tesla humming, the sun sinking into the ocean's edge. Day 7, how's the roar? He asked, grinning as X slid in, Waveguard glowing in the back. Loud, X said, tablet bright with the banner pic Ava snapped. District's in, 50% down. Kids made hats, a banner. Chase is done. Elon whistled, long and sharp. 50%? District-wide? That's an ocean, co-pilot. Not a wave, a damn roar. Chase out you in, hero locked. Yeah, X said, voice solid, no wobble. Locked for real. Scale's just starting, Elon said, pulling out. SpaceX is prototyping Waveguard 2, bigger range, smarter AI. Your call, X, what's next? X stared at Waveguard's glow, the propeller shard warm in his hand. More schools, more kids. Maybe oceans someday. Like the sub, but bigger. Elon grinned, wild. Oceans? That's my X, dream big, build bigger. Let's roll. The car hummed off, Bayview shrinking in the rear view, Waveguards hum a steady pulse. X traced the shard's edge, worn like him, but unbreakable now. The gym's roar echoed in his head, hats, cheers, his name on a banner. Not Weird X, not Fish Boy, but Waveguard X, the kid who turned tears into a tide. 50 schools, then hundreds, maybe the world. He'd started it, steered it, and now it roared loud and deep, like the ocean he'd always loved.